how much do you think I call them the legacy financing system, or what was the word you used earlier, Eric?
TradFi.
TradFi, yeah, traditional financing. How much of the old school boys club, whatever that's been existing in this world for a long time is literally fighting against this whole application or this whole adoption of it? Because again, if we're talking about giving people the freedom to own their information, we're talking about keeping finance decentralized, so that way there's not one entity that's controlling access to this or making the marketplace. I mean, it's the most capitalistic thing that could possibly exist, where you're opening up the market to anybody that can participate. And yet all the legacy companies that have been around for a long time, the big banks, the Black Rocks of the world, although I know they're filing ETFs and all that, but that's just a way to control it, but at least in my opinion. What is it? Am I being conspiratorial here, or is there a concerted effort to keep this out? And either one of you can take that.
I'll take first. I think that this is where we're talking about. This is where you're seeing the open network, open source approach to looking at decentralized finance, but with a centralized finance regulatory control on it. You can have CeFi meets DeFi.
Okay.
Centralized meets decentralized.
Yeah.
So the technology piece can be decentralized, possession and control of the consumer based off of source data, not just the data that we're doing here, but any data that is going to be utilized and permissioned by the borrower can be used in any decisioning. And this is for the lending piece. When you get into the payments piece, you're already seeing, you brought up FedNow a little bit earlier. We're really seeing that a lot of money movement is going to be, it's here to stay. And that's the thing. As far as those that are afraid of it, I think there's a couple reasons for that. I don't think it's conspiracy with what you're saying at all. I think it's just more of, it creates competitive markets, data sovereignty, the network effects are there. You already have personal data, entity data, institutions, regulatory, all working with one another. If you have a shared framework of how to do this and the regulatory bodies are involved, I think it works very well. It's just you now have pathways that are digitally storing that data, and it's immutable, and it helps with audit trails, because we get in trouble when we have audit problems.